everyone, it's Apple Briars, and today I thought I would film a little end of 2021 video of my favourite horses I've purchased this year. I was going to make it a top 5, but I realised that my herd has basically doubled over the course of this year when I looked around at the models I bought. So I made it a top 10 because I felt really bad leaving some of the models out. So without any further ado, I thought I'd dive right in and we'll have a little look at these models. So the first one I picked in my top 10 of 2021 is actually a fairly new purchase. This is True North, the Premier Club horse. I think he was from 2017, I want to say. Could be wrong on that one. But he is stunning. I love this horse because of his mapping. He just has so much detail, and I think he's got one of the nicest paint jobs of the Premier Club horses. He's just so beautiful, like the amount of detail in him is crazy. And he's got like a striped hoof, and I just love the detail on him. So this guy came up for sale on eBay and I couldn't say no, and he's ended up with me. So he was actually bought at the beginning of this month. So he is very new, but he is definitely one of my favourite purchases. Okay, on to the next pony. I've just put them on the shelf behind me to try and make my life easier. Another Premier Club horse. This is Emerson. So Emerson I bought back in the summer. Basically I was waiting for my Briar Fest horses to arrive and getting a little impatient, and so he was an impulse buy. So his show name is On Impulse, just because he was an impulse buy. But again, I've really loved the pattern on this horse. He's just got so many cool little markings. I do really like the Emerson mould anyway. And I really like this kind of rich chestnutty, liver chestnutty type colour on his body. And there's the front of him. He's just a super cute model. I love putting him in tack. I think he just looks so cute. So he has made it onto the top 10. And reach back and grab another. There's a bit of a theme at the minute, which is the Premier Club models, because that's mainly what I've started collecting towards the latter half of this year. So then we have the original Duende. Now, as I've said in a few videos, Duende is one of the molds I conga, and so I was super happy this year to actually get the original Duende. Again, I love the details on him with these kind of starred apples. His eyes aren't the best paint job, but he is a really super nice model. He's what you imagine for a typical Andalusian, and I really like that. I like the detail and the shading of his mane. He's just a really nice model. So again, really happy I could get this guy for my conga. I'm just looking for Fabio now, so he's a 2022 collecting goal. And then hopefully I should have kind of an obtainable conga. I know there is the decorator Banask as well, but I'm not too keen on him, so I probably won't get him just for the sake of a conga. But Fabio, I'm looking out for the Collector Club Duende. On to the next one. It's Alton. So you may have watched my unboxing video of this dude. Alton was a 2020 Premier Club horse, and the Accorteque type breed. I just love the shading and detail on him again. I think the reason I've started getting really into the Premier Club horses is the paint jobs. I just love them. So he's got a really nice buckskin colour, long stockings, and then a bit of Sabino markings underneath him. He's just a really nice colour, and I really like his posture. Still on the hunt for Rothington, by the way. Haven't tracked one down yet for a price that I wanted to pay, but again, that might be another model I try and pick up in 2022. So very happy to have Alton have joined me this year. Oh look, another Premier Club model. I promise I didn't line these all up just as Premier Club models to start with, and there are some non-Premier Club models in here, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles. So then we have Troubadour. Again, this guy is very, very recent. This is actually my Christmas present to myself. I bought him towards the end of December, and I was like, I cannot open another horse before Christmas, so I got my boyfriend to wrap him up for me, even though it was a present for myself. And yeah, here we have Troubadour. So again, he's another mould. I wanted to get one on the mould, and I really like Troubadour's paint job. So again, saw one come up for sale on eBay. I think he's actually from the same collection as Alton. I think the seller was the same, so they've come from kind of the same place. But really, really nice. Again, for me, it's the mapping that makes Troubadour. I love his face and his like ears. He's gonna look so fun doing little tack photo shoots with him. So super excited to have him. Reach back again. Okay, so non-Premier Club horse. So my glossy 7 Art Surprise Champagne Splash is on this top 10 list. He was a model that I kind of was excited to get because I've never really been pulled for anything like that before. So I feel like it was a good model horse experience to get a glossy Briarfest surprise horse, especially with special runs and things not going to be done online next year. It's nice to have been able to have the chance to do it once and pull a glossy from the special runs. So he's special for that reason. He's my current rarest horse in the collection. And he's just a really nice paint job. Like, his colour is so nice in this gloss. I love his big bold face and his markings, and I'm super happy that I got picked for this one. So he is definitely in my top 10 for this year. I'm gonna have to shuffle this way a bit to try and grab more. Okay. Then we have a actual custom Briar. So I don't collect many customs, but when I saw this girl, I decided I really had to have her. Her name is All That Jazz, and she is actually a custom of the Yasmin molds. So she had some resculpt mane work and tail work done by Clarity Studios UK, if you know them on Instagram. And she is painted by Coletto Studios, and she's basically this really dark, sooty dun with loads of details. She's got so many nice dapples. Her hooves are just beautifully done. I don't know if the camera will pick it up from this distance. Really nice detailed eye, face markings. She's so gorgeous. I absolutely love her, and she actually shows really nicely for me as well. So I show her quite often as a Morab, and she very rarely doesn't place, so it's really nice to have quite a nice show horse for the custom division. I would like to get some more Briar customs, so maybe in 2022 I'll pick up a few more to join her. The only thing I find with customs is I'm too scared to kind of use them, if that makes sense. I'm too scared of damaging them, so she doesn't get featured in like a lot of the photos I take, and that's one of the big things I like to do with the hobby. So that's maybe the reason I don't collect customs as much, but she is gorgeous, and she is definitely one of my favourite horses in my collection, so she gets to make it into this top 10 list. I think I bought her back in March, so she's actually quite an early purchase this year. I feel like I've had her longer, but when I look back, it was actually in March that I bought her. Getting near to the end of my top 10. I couldn't not include Fireheart. So Fireheart, it's my first year in the Premier Club this year, and I did join based off the promo pictures for Fireheart, because I love that he was just this big drafty type Mustang. I liked his colour and his paint job. So as soon as I saw the promo pictures for him, I bit the bullet and I joined the Premier Club this year for the first time. He's still the only Premier Club horse of 2021 that I have, which is crazy considering we are literally coming to the end of December. Astrid is just making her way across the Atlantic according to my tracking, so maybe I'll get her in January, but at the minute he's my only horse from the 2021 club this year just because of all the shipping problems. But I'm super happy with him. He's really nice. Mine's a really good condition one, and I genuinely am obsessed with this mould. I really hope that they bring out some regular run releases on it soon, as I would love to conga him. So he is kind of my king of my herd at the moment. I think he's my favourite stallion. So really, really happy to have Fireheart, and I've really enjoyed joining the club this year and getting excited about all the releases. As I say, it's just a kind of a shame that the global situation has ruined the plan to have all 3 by the end of the year for Briar. Right, oh, I'm having to reach across a long way now. Nakota has made it onto the list. So I said it wasn't all Premier Club horses, I mean a lot of them are, but this guy was actually a regular run from 2007. And the reason I picked him to go in my top 10 is he was actually a childhood grail. So this year it was really nice that someone on Instagram, another collector, saw my post in the lead up to Briarfest saying he was one of the horses I'd like to obtain, and messaged me about him, and he ended up coming to join me. He's in beautiful condition, which is really nice, as I'd seen quite a few for sale, but they were all really like body condition, and I wanted a really nice one for my herd. So he's joined because, I say, he's been a grail. I say grail, like when I was a child he was a grail for a very long time, and he's just a super nice paint job. I love the blue roan colour anyway, so it's nice to have a blue roan traditional model, and he looks super nice with Fireheart, so I'm really happy we got him this year. And then last of my traditionals in the top 10, sorry I'm having to like reach over properly now because I don't want to drop her. It's Meadowlark. So Meadowlark was actually a Collector Club web special. You had to enter a lottery to win her. She's part of the Birds of a Feather series, and I decided to enter for her. At the time I wasn't really too keen on her based on the profile pictures, but I thought, you know what, worst comes to the worst, if I get picked for her and I don't like her, I can sell her. But I actually have fallen in love with her since I've had her in hand. The reason I wasn't sure whether I like her was because I'm not a massive fan of this Bluegrass Bandit mould, but for me the coloration on her, the pattern, the detail and the gloss just make her a really nice model. Like, her face is just so adorable. See if you can see it. She's got like blue eyes, she's lovely and glossy, and she's just a really nice model. She's got her Birds of a Feather series underneath her, painted horseshoes. So I was really happy to get picked for her. It's my first year in the Collector Club as well, which I joined mainly so I could join the other Stablemate and Premier clubs. But I figured I'd take a chance in entering for her, and I was lucky and got pulled. So I'm super happy to have her. She's a nice commemoration of this year in the Collector Club. And it's really nice to have been picked for a web special in my first year, as I know it's very much kind of luck of the draw whether you get picked or not. And then finally I thought I would do two little stablemates. I know that goes over 10 horses, but they're kind of honourable mentions because I absolutely adore these two stablemates, and they have been a massive part of my collection and photo showing experience this year. Oops, don't knock all my traditionals out. Oh, one of them decided to die. Okay. So first up, we've got Lyric, who was the 2020 Premier Club stablemate. So the reason I picked him to join in on this video is he is my most consistent show horse. So I photo show him a lot, and I think he's pretty much had a placing in every single photo show he's entered. Even if that's not winning the class, he is a really good little show horse, and I just absolutely adore this little fjord mould. So it's really nice to have him, especially now I've got Troubadour as well to kind of match him. But he is such a lovely little guy. I love the detail in his paint work, and I'm super excited that there's going to be some more fjord releases next year in the Stablemate Club, so I've had to join for that. And finally, we've got Atticus, who I thought I'd include in this video, as again, 2021 has been my first year in the Stablemates Club as well. So I decided to join the Stablemates Club mainly for this little dude and the little Clydesdale foal, who's still yet to come. I'm international, so I get the Stablemates split into 2 shipments, and the second shipment I've just purchased, so that will be on its way probably into January. But he's just a really nice little chunky draft, and I think it's so nice that Briar have been shrinking down like the traditional moulds for some stablemate moulds. I think it's just a cool idea, and he's just a really classic Clydesdale colour and pattern. Reminds me of when I've been on experiences this year learning to drive Clydesdales as well, so he's a super awesome little model and I'm so happy to have him. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed having a look back at the models I've purchased in 2021. As for hobby goals, I would really like to continue making YouTube videos. I just enjoy the process and coming up with new ideas and sharing the model horse community with you all. I do want to continue tack making as well. I've kind of let that slip over the last couple of months just because I've been so busy. But I do have a racing saddle set in the works. I'd like to do a like saddle seat type saddle for Lafayette. Is that what they're called? I don't really know too much about saddlebreds, but I'm going to learn more making tack. And I would like to continue trying to customise. I've kind of gone through a bit of a lull with that I have some bodies I could do some customising with, but I end up not liking my work and then I feel like I don't really want to pick it up again. So I'm going to try in 2022 and have another go and try not be so critical at this stage of learning to customise, but I don't know for sure if it's for me. So I will see you again in another video. It'll probably be in 2022, and until then, stay safe. Let me know in the comments what you're planning for 2022 in terms of hobby goals, and also let me know what your favourite purchases have been from 2021. Have a lovely new year wherever you are. Take care and goodbye.